Revive your dying plant. 10 steps to revive your plants. Side gardening. Here are the scenarios that can potentially kill your plant. Over or underwatering a plant. Plant not receiving enough light. Changes to a plant's surroundings. Bugs and pests. Poor soil. Revive your dying plants by following these steps. Step 1. Keep an eye out for indications of life. Dead is a relative phrase when it comes to plants. It may appear that your plant is dead, but a closer examination reveals that this may not be the case. You could still be in business if there's any green remaining on the plant. Any indications of green on the stem indicate that there's a chance you'll be able to revive it. Also, take a good look at the roots. They give a wealth of information on the state of the plant's general health as the plant support system. Step 2. Make sure you haven't overwatered your plants. Plants require water to exist and thrive, yet there is such a thing as too much water. How do you know? With wet soil, overwatered plants will have brown or yellow withered leaves. This will have an impact on the roots, which may begin to rot. If you've been overwatering your plant, you'll need to make some modifications right now. First, move the plant out of direct sunshine and cease watering until the soil dries out. Step 3. Check to see if your dying plant will need to be submerged. So what are the indicators when a plant is thirsty? Leaves will begin to dry out and darken at the tips before turning brown, dying, and falling off. The dirt will also begin to fracture and peel away from the pot's edges. Of course, water is the answer, but you must approach watering a dying plant correctly. A simple method to recover a plant that has been severely underwatered is to immerse it in water for a few hours. With this approach, many plants transform from drooping and sad to gorgeous, lush, and perky in just one day. Step 4. Prune dead leaves and stems off your dying plant. Cut off any dead portions with pruning shears or sharp scissors for new growth to take place while removing old, damaged areas that are beyond repair. Always use clean tools when working on your plants since you don't want plants getting infected from anything else around the house. This is important because if these wounds cannot heal properly, it could lead to decay, which may spread throughout the plant, causing its eventual demise. Step 5. Cut the stems back on your dying plant. Trim back the dead leaves and then cut out any dead stem bits. Ideally, you should go back to the plant's healthiest parts, but if the stems are dead, leave at least 2 inches above the soil. It's also an excellent time to replace the soil, and maybe the pot if necessary. Repot the plant in a bigger container or pot if needed. Step 6. Rotate plant periodically to ensure adequate light. Rotate your potted plant periodically to ensure adequate light exposure, which will help the foliage recover. Ensure that there are at least 4 hours of sunlight to absorb its required source of energy properly. This can be achieved through placing your plant near a windowsill if it's indoor. Step 7. Determine whether your dying plant requires additional humidity. If your plant is native to the tropics, it may be dying to return to its natural habitat. Although the amount of humidity required by a plant varies, it may require more moisture in the air. The plant can exhibit indications of shriveling, browning, and wilting if the humidity is too low. If you need additional humidity, spray your plants regularly or combine them to boost humidity. Step 8. Fertilize the plant as needed. Feeding your potted houseplant regularly will help it grow strong roots. It's essential that you do not overfeed them, or else this could cause root burn, leaf discoloration, wilting and overall lack of growth, so always use organic fertilizer. This means no artificial chemicals since these fertilizers contain high amounts of salts which causes a rapid uptake in water from surrounding soil, causing its swift death due to rot. Step 9. Give yourself at least a month to wait. The most important thing is to remain patient. Continue to care for your plant for a few weeks and then reassess. It might take up to a month after you take efforts to resuscitate a dying plant before you notice an improvement or new growth, so don't give up too soon. Repotting your dying plant, the pot size matters. When repotting houseplants, ensure that you use a pot size bigger than what they're currently growing. Larger pots allow flow between soil particles, allowing excess water to escape and prevent root rot. Thanks for watching.